Have you ever wondered how ancient empires navigated the delicate balance between diplomacy and warfare? One of the most significant conflicts of the Roman Empire during the reign of Marcus Aurelius was the Parthian War, 161–166 AD. This monumental clash between Rome and the Parthian Empire shaped the geopolitical landscape of the East and tested the resilience of one of history's greatest philosopher-emperors. In this video, we'll uncover the causes, events, and lasting impact of the Parthian War. Want to explore more fascinating moments from Roman history? Subscribe now and join us on this journey through the past. The Parthian War, 161–166 AD, was fueled by growing tensions between two of the ancient world's most powerful empires, Rome and Parthia. At the heart of the conflict was the control over Armenia, a strategically vital buffer state between the two empires. Armenia held immense geopolitical importance for both Rome and Parthia. Its location provided a natural barrier and a base for influence in the east. When the Parthian king Vologases IV installed a pro-Parthian ruler on the Armenian throne, it was seen as a direct challenge to Rome's authority. This act violated previous agreements and undermined the Roman position in the region, escalating tensions between the two powers. The situation worsened when Parthian forces invaded Armenia and captured the city of Artaxata, removing Roman influence from the area. The Parthians did not stop there. They also threatened key Roman provinces in Syria, prompting fears of further incursions. The combination of these aggressive moves and the destabilization of Roman allies in the east left the empire with no choice but to respond decisively. This series of provocations not only disrupted the fragile balance of power, but also made it clear that the Parthian threat could not be ignored. The Roman leadership under Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus prepared for a full-scale military campaign to restore stability and reassert their dominance in the region. The Parthian War unfolded as one of the most significant military conflicts during the reign of Marcus Aurelius. This intense struggle between Rome and Parthia was marked by bold strategies, decisive battles, and unforeseen consequences that shaped the course of history. As tensions escalated following Parthian provocations in Armenia and Syria, Rome was forced to act. Co-emperor Lucius Verus, though inexperienced in warfare, was tasked with overseeing the campaign. Verus remained in Antioch to manage logistics and diplomacy, leaving military operations in the capable hands of seasoned generals like Avidius Cassius. The Roman army mobilized quickly, sending legions eastward to confront the Parthian threat. Early campaigns focused on regaining control over Armenia, where Parthian forces had installed their puppet king. Under Cassius' leadership, the Romans successfully retook Artaxata and restored a pro-Roman ruler to the Armenian throne. With Armenia secured, Rome shifted its attention to the heart of Parthian territory. In a bold offensive, Roman forces advanced deep into enemy lands, targeting key cities. By 165 AD, they had reached the Parthian capital of Ctesiphon, which was sacked and devastated. This victory was a critical blow to Parthian power, as the city served as a political and economic hub for their empire. The Romans continued their advance, destroying Seleucia, a significant Greco-Parthian city along the Tigris River. These campaigns not only demonstrated Roman military superiority, but also sent a clear message about their dominance in the region. While the military campaigns were successful, they came at a high cost. During the return of Roman troops from the east, soldiers inadvertently brought back a devastating disease, the Antonine plague. This pandemic, likely caused by smallpox or measles, ravaged the Roman Empire, killing millions and significantly weakening its population and military capacity. The plague also posed logistical challenges, as the disease disrupted troop movements and supply chains. What began as a military triumph turned into a health crisis that would haunt Rome for decades, overshadowing the glory of the Parthian victories. Despite the unforeseen challenges, Rome emerged victorious in the Parthian War. The empire re-established its influence in Armenia and dealt a significant blow to Parthian power. The triumph was celebrated with great fanfare in Rome, where Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus held a public procession to commemorate their achievements. Both emperors adopted the title Parthicus Maximus as a mark of their success. The war reinforced Rome's position in the East and showcased its military prowess. However, it also highlighted vulnerabilities, such as the reliance on key generals like Avidius Cassius and the fragility of the empire in the face of pandemics. In conclusion, the Parthian War was a defining conflict of Marcus Aurelius' reign. It showcased Rome's strength and resilience, but also underscored the immense costs of prolonged warfare and the unpredictable challenges of empire building. The Parthian War concluded with significant outcomes for both the Roman and Parthian empires. While Rome emerged victorious, the costs of this triumph revealed the complexities of maintaining dominance in the East. Rome successfully reasserted its control over Armenia, restoring a pro-Roman king to the throne and securing the region as a buffer state against Parthian influence. The Roman legions dealt significant blows to Parthian power, most notably with the sack of Ctesiphon, the Parthian capital, and the destruction of Seleucia. These victories disrupted the Parthian Empire's stability, temporarily weakening its influence in the region. The war reaffirmed Rome's dominance in the East and expanded its territorial influence. This achievement was celebrated in Rome with a grand triumph, where Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus showcased their success. Both emperors adopted the title Parthicus Maximus, solidifying their roles as protectors of the empire. Despite its success, the war exposed the fragility of Rome's eastern frontier. The campaign drained significant financial and military resources, placing a heavy burden on the empire. The Antonine plague, introduced by returning soldiers, further compounded these challenges. The pandemic devastated the population, reducing manpower for the legions and disrupting the empire's economy. Although the Parthian threat was diminished, tensions in the region persisted. Rome's eastern border remained a vulnerable and contentious area, requiring constant vigilance and resources to maintain stability. The war bolstered the reputations of both emperors, particularly Lucius Verus, who had been criticized for his lack of military experience. The triumph and public celebrations were key propaganda tools that reinforced their authority and legitimacy. However, the true credit for the military victories belonged to skilled generals like Avidius Cassius, whose leadership was instrumental in achieving success. The Parthian War underscored the duality of imperial success. Military glory often came with immense human and economic costs. For Marcus Aurelius, the conflict was an early test of his leadership, preparing him for the even greater challenges that would define his reign. Despite its costs, the war cemented Rome's resilience and strategic superiority in the ancient world. The Parthian War was a defining moment in the reign of Marcus Aurelius, showcasing the complexities of managing an empire that spanned vast territories and diverse cultures. The conflict highlighted both the strengths and vulnerabilities of Rome as it navigated the challenges of military expansion, political strategy, and unforeseen crises. The war demonstrated the military might of the Roman Empire, with decisive victories that reinforced its dominance in the East. The sack of Ctesiphon and the restoration of Armenia as a Roman ally were clear symbols of Rome's strength and ability to project power. However, the Antonine plague, a consequence of the war, revealed the fragile nature of an interconnected empire, with pandemics capable of undermining even the strongest military triumphs. For Marcus Aurelius, the war was an early test of his leadership. While he relied heavily on generals like Avidius Cassius for battlefield success, his ability to navigate the political and economic aftermath of the conflict solidified his reputation as a philosopher-emperor. The lessons learned during the Parthian War prepared him for the even greater challenges of his reign, including internal unrest and the Marcomannic Wars. What do you think was the most significant impact of the Parthian War on Rome? Was it the military victories, the cost of the pandemic, or the leadership of Marcus Aurelius? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more fascinating insights into ancient history from the time of Marcus Aurelius.